and welcome back to more Made in Abyss. I am here with my reaction to episode 8, coming off the back of episode 7, which was absolutely insane, might I add. A lot of confusion going on, a lot of anger, and then it turned out it was all a test, which I kind of understood, because if they weren't able to defeat her, then maybe they wouldn't be able to progress in the Abyss. Although, who's to say that she isn't the strongest bitch in the Abyss anyway? Like, we don't know if that's the case. Regardless, they now have a brand new trial where they have to survive this next area for, I've actually forgotten how many days? 10? Could be wrong about that. They have to survive a set amount of days, and if they can do this, then maybe they are strong enough to go down and get Riko's mother. So, with that being said, let's head on in to episode 8. If you want to watch this video unedited, make sure you head on over to my website, susieLou.co.uk, and become a VIP member. VIP members get access to all the videos early. They also get access to VIP only series. They get access to my VIP only Discord, so nobody else is allowed into my Discord, only VIPs are allowed in there. And of course, the VIPs will get a shout out in my videos. We have a VIP of the day, so I hope to see you over there.
This irredeemable lesson is a necessity needed before setting off anew. It is survival training to help these children stay alive and make it through the Abyss.
And I'm assuming that she's not going to come back at any time, you know, in case we are in trouble. I guess we just die.
Do your best to protect this girl so that she doesn't end up a corpse again. In addition, you cannot use that thing for 10 days either.
But that's what makes Reg Reg. You're taking away the one thing that he actually needs to perfect, because he faints every time he uses it. And then he's out cold for what, 2 hours or something? So surely he needs to use it more to get used to it.
No matter your opponent or whatever lies in the vicinity, when the time comes, do not hesitate or show any mercy. Otherwise, your grand adventure in the Abyss will be over before it begins. Have fun!
You know, though, if she is as strong as we think she is, why did she never go down after Riko's mum? Maybe she just didn't care to. But, yeah, it's like, if you're that strong, why are you choosing to accept where you are in the Abyss and never really going much further down? Like, that doesn't make much sense to me. Are you not curious? Maybe she's already been to the bottom, because she seems to know that that's where Riko's mum is. Ah, I got so many questions.
What's that? Look, it's glowing!
Does that mean that you just run straight for it? God, why is she like this?
It's beautiful! Guess we found plenty of water to drink, didn't we? Think it's safe for us?
It's got glowy little bugs over it. You think that that's safe? Nah, this just seems too easy. It's survival training. It's supposed to be difficult. See? She would have died already because she's a klutz. Yeah, I don't think that's your water to take.
No, thank you. Well, I do not like the looks of that at all.
What did I tell you guys? If it's too good to be true, it probably is. The first thing you find is this massive pool of water. Yeah, don't think so.
Down here on this layer, the animals have regressed eyes. They should be susceptible to light. If we build a fire, I think that'll make them keep their distance.
Are you sure about that? This survival training is not going to be easy.
Maybe we should go look for some insect-repelling plants.
Do you know what I would do? I would just be climbing back up to wherever the lady was, and I would just hide there and be like, okay, we're done, we're done.
Although he is extraordinarily resilient, he's constantly losing his nerve. which makes him slow to react.
Well, it's a good job you can't really damage him too much.
If they die during training, it just means they don't have what it takes to go any further.
You're incredibly strong, Reg, but you don't weigh very much. We'll have to come up with a plan if we want to catch that hippo.
Okay then, maybe I could extend my arms to tie it to a tree or something.
I mean, yes and no, but we literally just said that he's not strong enough. This is a freaking hippo.
What the heck is it? It stinks.
A mix of female dung and tree bark. I tore off a big piece that's covered in pheromones. We'll use this to lure it in, and when it starts to get close to us, we'll blind it with our glowstones. Good?
Sure.
I think we should hurry up and do it in case we draw it to us right now. Especially if it stinks that bad, which it would. Oh, here it comes! Oh, I feel kind of bad for it though. You guys know what I'm like. Uh-oh.
Be it an immature body or weak psyche, they won't be showing changes there anytime soon. But just as you predicted, they are making enormous progress in the things in which they excel.
Aw, the poor wee thing. I get it though, like if you gotta eat, you gotta eat. You have to eat all the things that are around you. I just think I would die.
I'd like you to meet Torka from my squad. We just got married!
Wait, what? What? That... Okay.
I never wanted to see her in such a state. I haven't much strength left. Perhaps I could leave this thing behind and just carry up Liza and the bell instead.
Oh, but you know that that's not what happens. Can you imagine that though? You know that that baby is dead and you hear it cry. That's insane.
This is pretty good, Rico.
This should last us the remaining 5 days.
So it was 10 days. Okay, I did have that right. So it seems like Our Lady, she isn't all bad. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. But she isn't all bad. She seems to really have a heart. Don't prove me wrong again, please. Wow, I thought we were going to get the full 10 days out surviving, but seems like we're done and we passed. Is she really going to let us go on further is the question.
I must confess, at one point along the way, near the end when I got separated from Rico, I started to feel pretty hopeless.
Really? Is that true?
Absolutely I did.
Aw, that's really nice though. So he's like being compassionate towards her. Reg is such a nice guy. I mean, for a robot boy, he has a lot of empathy. He's not a robot boy.
The pattern, is it always like that? Well, that's weird. I wonder what it could mean. I guess that settles it. I'm never gonna be able to put on any muscle.
Aw, listen, you don't need to put on muscle though. You're the strongest dude in this entire world.
It's said, don't stay in the deep layers if you don't want to kill those who are waiting for you. That old saying's been passed down for a long, long time.
It's not a very nice saying, but we are in the abyss after all.
You see, only those with enigmatic desires, such as the White Whistles, would ever make a home in the deep layers of the Netherworld.
See, this is what I was asking about. Like, why would you want to stay down there? So, starting to make a bit more sense.
I have a feeling that perhaps not as much time has actually passed for Liza as we might think. It's been 10 years on the surface. But if we assume only a fraction of that has actually passed at the bottom of the Netherworld, then don't you get the feeling there's a chance that your mother is still very much alive and well?
I mean, yes, but also how does this work for what age you would be?
The Netherworld's 5th layer is called the Sea of Corpses. It's as deep as humans can go and still return alive. So you can be certain some of them are going to be down there. The Sovereign of Guidance, Wakuna the Chosen. The Sovereign of Mystery, Srajo the Mysterious.
I feel like I'm playing a video game right now, like Dark Souls, and I'm getting all the main bosses sent to me just now.
Bogwood in particular is an out-and-out reckless scoundrel. He's not nearly as kind as I am, so you should try to be careful.
Ah, kind as you are. Yeah.
And not just that, but the paper it's written on isn't even paper. It's some form of relic. It looks worn out, but its durability is rather astonishing. Not even with my strength can it be torn apart. Just what in the world is waiting at the bottom of the netherworld with your mother?
Oh, so excited. Oh, what if this is actually like they're holding her captive there or something? And she managed to just get a letter out and we're on our way into it. Well, that wouldn't be good.
This is it.
This belonged to my mother.
Riko.
The everlasting gunpowder inside it is fine, but the casing is in poor condition. It can be used a few more times at best.
So we better use it sparingly then.
If you like, I will teach you how to use it.
Huh?
It'll be an alternative to that incinerator of yours.
You really mean that? I can't thank you enough!
But if he manages to use the incinerator the right way, what a team they'd be!
She told us about a mysterious ring of the 7th layer that a few White Whistles are said to have seen. When Ozin said she hates childish tricks, she was telling the truth. From start to finish, this monster sitting before us held nothing back.
I'm really nervous about this. I mean, we're not White Whistles. Yes, okay, we could bump into some of them and maybe it will go okay. But getting down further, because of 10 days of training, I don't know.
Well, well, despite all appearances, you're quite humble.
Hey, leave her alone.
Aw, her buddy's gonna lose her friends and she's stuck with adults again.
I find it hard to say this, but if you guys come back and say that it's impossible and you're not going, it's okay.
Oh, Aruk.
Aw, she just wants you guys to stick around, cause nobody really wants to say goodbye. Oh, I'm getting chills because it's like, it is a suicide mission. We know that at the end of the day, they have no intention of going back up. They can't.
That baby of yours crawled toward the abyss the moment she was let out of the vessel, which always seemed just a bit disturbing.
Thanks to you, she's incredibly energetic.
She's just going back to where she belongs or where she thinks she belongs.
If I continue to stay with her, I'm liable to take away her right to set off on adventures of her own. Plus, I myself would likely give up trying to reach for the abyss. So before that happens, I am going to head out, so my girl's free to choose the path she wishes.
Aww, so she did it all for Riko. And she still went down into the abyss.
If Riko sets out to reach the bottom and ends up standing before you, I'd like you to tell her.
You mean tell her about how she's actually a living corpse?
Yes, that's right.
So it was all her mother's wishes, and we thought that she was being awful to Riko.
If we're just talking about sending her down to you, that I can do, Liza. Oh, Liza, you're irredeemable.
It's like she knew all of this was gonna happen. They knew so long ago. So what do you think? I mean, I reckon she'll get down there. If her mom's down there. I think the question is, so why don't they share more secrets about what is at the bottom for everybody else?
Are you ready to do this?
Yes, of course.
And we're off to the next level. I mean, how do you get down that? It's just a giant drop. Like, you fall down that, you're gonna die for sure. Have they ever made a video game for this show? Because I really want to explore more of the lore. Like, I'm really loving this show, and I know that there's a lot of things happening, but there's a lot about the lore, the world of this place. I'm so curious. Like, does it explain more in the manga? Will it just tell me more as the show goes on? Like, I really want to know. I've been watching these shows, I've been watching these episodes over and over, you know, because obviously I'm talking and I'll probably miss a couple of things, and I try and take that information into the next episode. But I just want to know so much more about the lore, the world. I mean, obviously this contraption that she was put into and she came back to life, I mean, that's a big deal. That's not just treasure or a relic. Like, that could change the entire world. And it's in the hands of, like, this one woman down in the abyss. I mean, it's crazy the things that they could do down there that could impact up above. And in a way, I guess I can understand why she would never want to go back to the above, because there's too much that she knows that maybe she doesn't want to share it with other people. But regardless, I feel like everyone's gonna die in the end. And I'm starting to feel really, really, like, sad about it. As you say, like, the toll it takes on your body every single time you go further down and down into the abyss. It's like, well, there's no way that you can just go back up. You know, there's no way it can happen. So are we ever gonna get a happy ending? I guess the happy ending would be her finding her mum and getting all of the details on that. You know, who is Reg, what's going on with all of that. Yeah. Ugh, I love this show. Alright, thank you so much for watching my reaction to episode 8, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!